Happy Music Monday. It's Mrs. Stoker again. Did you miss me? I know. I am not as cool as Bongo Cat, I'm sure, but I'm glad you enjoyed that one. That one is my favorite. And my son, Aiden, he's in 7th grade. He's actually working on a copycat version called Bongo Cat. And it has a couple different instruments. So as soon as he's done creating it, I will send it out for all of you to play with. Anyway, today we are going to talk about what's coming up this week. We don't have school on Wednesday because it's a holiday, and it's a holiday to celebrate people who are called veterans. And veterans are people who are in the military or used to be in the military. So maybe you have a mom who's in the Air Force. Maybe you have a grandpa who used to be in the Army. Maybe your aunt who lives really far away is in the Marines. Or maybe your great-great-great-grandma who you never ever met used to be in the Coast Guard. And so we're going to do a song that was written back in 1940. That's a long time ago. And it's by a man named Woody Guthrie. Woody, just like the guy in Toy Story, right? And Woody Guthrie, and he wrote this folk song called This Land Is Your Land. And we're going to learn how to sing it. And we're going to learn some sign language, which is really cool. Sign language is a language that people use when they can't hear, when they are deaf. And so it's really important because they need a way to speak, and so they talk with their hands. So we're going to learn some of that. So I got my ukulele here, and we are going to learn how to do This Land Is Your Land. So the very beginning goes like this. This land is your land. This land is my land. Can you try that with me? Ready, go. This land is your land. This land is my land. Then we're talking about the country. So on one side of the U.S. we have California, and on the other side we have New York. And there's actually an island in New York, Manhattan Island and Staten Island. So we're going to say from California to the New York Islands. So it goes from California to the New York Islands. Can you try that? So from California, ready? From California to the New York Islands. Then it's going to talk about the Redwood Forest, which is actually in California. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. And the Gulf Stream, the Gulf of Mexico, is right below like Texas and Louisiana and Alabama and Florida. It's that body of water right under there. So from the Redwood Forest, ready, go. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. And then we end with, this land was made for you and me. Can you try that last line on this land? Ready, go. This land was made for you and me. Okay, so the whole chorus starts with this land is your land. Ready, go. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Nice. All right, so the second verse, I have to get my little cheat sheet because sometimes I forget it. I learned this song when I was like your guys' age, and I didn't always remember the second verse. You kind of forget things, so you always remember like the main part. So this part says, as I went walking that ribbon of highway. So walking down the road, right? The ribbon, it kind of like winds around like ribbon. Then you say, I saw above me that endless skyway. So above you are the endless skies, right? If it's not cloudy. Next part, so you first looked above, now you're gonna look below. I saw below me that golden valley. So I saw below me that golden valley. Then we end the same. This land was made for you and me. All right, let's try the verse. As I went walking, ready, go. As I went walking, that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to learn some of the sign language. So on the word land, we're going to kind of take our land and then like as if you're drawing your hands on it. So it's going to go, this land is your land. So you just point out, like to me. And then we say, this land is my land. So thumbs to yourself. And then California, we're going to make this little sign language. It's hard for me to get my pinky up there. I can't get my pinky up. And then my ring finger goes up all weird. Ah! But you're going to take your thumb and your pinky and you're going to poke them out. And then you're going to take this finger and you're going to touch your chin. Just really quick. So it goes from California. So you touch your cheek. And then you sneak that finger back in. So this is the finger I'm touching with. And I sneak it away. And then I just pop my pinky and my thumb up. Ah! Just pretend you don't see that finger popping up. Does yours pop up like mine does? I can't keep it down. It's got a mind of its own. All right, so it goes from California. And then we're going to say to, like we're traveling. So you're going to get your bunny ears. I guess you travel with bunny ears. I don't know. And we're going to draw like you're going on a big trip around the world. And we're going to go to New York. So here's New York. We're going to land. And we're going to do this one again. And we're going to draw New York. Like we've landed on New York. Hopefully your plane actually touches the ground when you land on New York. It doesn't just go back and forth like that. So, to the New York Islands. So tap your cheek, ready? From California to the New York Islands. Then you're going to get your tree in your forest. Here's the ground of the forest. And you're going to wiggle it and wave. This is the sign language for tree. From the Redwood forest. And then I bet you can figure out a sign for waters, for the Gulf Stream waters. Can you show someone in the room what you think water might look like? Did you make some waves? If you did, you were pretty clever. So, from the Redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Then we go back to land. We're going to take it and draw it. Ready? This land was, now this one is the only new one that's different, made. And we're going to take our fists and we're going to flip them out 2 times. So like my back of my hand is going whoosh, whoosh. Or like you're twisting something, right? Or you're grinding. Or maybe you're breaking a licorice stick in half and you're going to share it with your friend. All right, so on this land, ready? This land was made for you and me. All right, so the whole verse, ready? This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Nice! How'd you do? Did you get it? All right, the second verse, we're not actually going to do completely sign language. We're going to just do some motions that are going to be a little bit easier. So we're gonna walk like this. And if you were on your feet, you can actually march. Ready? As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. And we look down. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. So that was a little bit easier, isn't it? All right, so we're going to try the whole thing. Are you ready? Hey, Miss Stoker, will you help me out?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, here we go. I'm going to play. She's going to do the sign language. Ready? So on this land is your land. And we're going to do this land is your land once. Then we do as I went walking. Then we're going to go back to this land is your land and sing it 2 times. All right, you ready? Ready and go. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. From the Redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. From the Redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. From the Redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Nice job. All right. So if you know someone who was in the military or is in the military on Wednesday, Veterans Day, give them a little thank you. Thanks for doing what they do to help our country. So have a happy Veterans Day this week, and I hope you sing This Land is Your Land to someone that you know. See ya.